Addressing the thousands who turned out to remember the country's liberation heroes at the National Shrine in Harare today, some of them perched on treetops so they could see and hear everything, President Mugabe said those who go into opposition politics should not expect to be granted hero status at the end of their lives. He said there were some misguided elements in society who may be accused of denigrating the country's heroes and the national shrines, adding some went as far as suggesting how national heroes should be selected, saying his party has the prerogative. For years, Zimbabweans have complained why liberation fighters like James Kerema, Ndabaningi Sithole, Shiba Tabahuisa, Henry Hamadziripi, Lookout Masuku, Freedom Nyambaya and Zinashe Machingura, among others, had been totally ignored or given lesser status when they died. Some who played critical roles in the liberation war and remained in Zanu PF were ignored when they were alive. But Mr. Mugabe did not mince his words today. He said, and I quote, "Heroes proved to be heroes as they fought and lived for the independence. They never abandoned struggles. They never were rebels or selfish or what we now call sellouts." Eros Jiri is one person who many Zimbabweans think should have been given national hero status for his work with the country's disabled community, even though he did not join the liberation struggle. Mr. Mugabe also talked about the skulls of some of the Zimbabwean traditional leaders killed during the first Chimurenga and were taken to museums in the United Kingdom.
The remains of our heroes sacred to us, which were taken out of the country during the colonial period, have now been identified in the British History Museum. The remains skulls, we strongly believe, are the skulls of the beheaded heads of Mbuyane, Sekuru Kaguvi, Chingaira Makoni, Chinengundu, Mashamombe Makondera Mashonganyika, and Chitekeza Suashira, among others.
The president said his government is prioritizing the improvement of education sector, teacher capacity development, and early childhood development. He said Zimbabwe remains highly ranked in terms of literacy, but said the country is pushing forward in making sure its youth have mastered information and communication technologies or ICTs. On the social services side, he promised to deliver some 300,000 houses to the country's poor by December 2018. Besides the thousands who walked to the Heroes Acre, diplomats, members of the judiciary, led by Chief Justice Godfrey Chijeosiku, cabinet ministers, church ministers, and others were also in attendance. Mbuya Maud Muzenda, the wife of the late Deputy President Simon Muzenda, was among the family members of the heroes that paid tribute to the heroes. She sat on her husband's grave and eulogized. Reporting for Studio 7 in Harare, this is Mark Peter Ntambe.